What is your favorite way to practice your English? Maybe you like to listen to podcasts or stream a series. Maybe you just love having conversation with your friends or colleagues. Or maybe you have an app that you like, or you're more old school and you've just got a textbook and a pen and paper. No matter what kind of student you are, we live in an incredible time for learning English, where we have access to so many resources and materials, especially with the internet, but now more than ever with AI. My name is Richard Dalton. I'm the owner of Big World English. I've taught English to thousands of professionals over 15 years. I'm a teacher trainer, and I consult language schools around the world. And today, I just want to introduce to you some ways that you can use AI to create materials for yourself to practice English. Materials that increase your abilities, that are productive for your skills, and also are interesting and engaging. The first thing that you need to include in any of the prompts that you write for AI needs to be your level. You can use a TOEFL score or an IELTS score if you have one. You can also tell it like your CEFR level, B2, C1, anything like that. A lot of students around the world know about those levels. If you don't, I'm not going to explain about how to find your level in this video. There are a lot of different tests and quizzes and things online that you can take that will tell you your level. But either way, that needs to be the starting point. So for this video, let's just assume that your level is B2, like most of my students. So we'll start the prompt with at the CEFR B2 English level. That's the first thing I want to tell it. And then what kind of activity? So let's start with a reading activity. Let's just create an article. So write a, let's say 300-word article. And then on some kind of topic that's really highly interesting for you. So I love travel. A lot of my students love travel. Let's do that. On traveling lightly through India. Let's see, what does it give us? And what you should notice is because you've told it your level, this paragraph won't be too difficult for you if this is about where your English is. So the first sentence, India is a fascinating country with diverse landscapes, cultures, and traditions. Most of my students would understand that sentence. Now, there might be a few new words here in this article, and that's perfect because you want to understand about 95, 96% of whatever you're reading. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste of your time, and it's not really helping you to increase your vocabulary. Now, I want to show you some prompts that you can do to work on vocabulary from this article. Before I do that, I also want to mention that I have a lot of stuff like this in my book, which is for free. It's a download that you can get at the link under this video. It's called Big World Legends. It's your practical guide to clear and confident professional English. It's 45 pages. It's got downloads, videos, tools, all kinds of great stuff packed in there. And I also give some tips there on how to use AI to create learning materials as well. So definitely check that out in the link under this video. Now, since we've made our article here, we want to kind of expand this and turn it almost into a lesson. Let's write our second prompt and ask it to give us a vocabulary list of words from the article that will most likely be new for this level. So we'll say, now create a vocabulary list of words that are most likely to be new for me. Include definitions, example sentences, parts of speech, pronunciation. Let's see what it gives us. It should give us a pretty nice list right here. Yeah, there you go. So the adjective, how to pronounce it with the IPA, the definition, an example sentence. Perfect, right? So now these are the words that for the B2 level, you are likely to not know or are likely to be new for you. After reading the article, you're going to narrow it down to the words that are new, then go through the list, see if you can learn anything new from the list, then go back to the article. Or what you can do is you can give it another prompt that I want to share, which is around how to create a vocabulary activity from something like this. So you would tell ChatGPT, Now make a vocabulary practice activity for me. And then these phrases are important. That is, fill in the blank and multiple choice. Let's say from these words, just so it knows not to do some other random list. All right, let's see what it does. It will probably give us an answer key too, and maybe even a little bit of additional. Yeah, so here it is. Complete each sentence using the correct vocabulary word from the list. So it's giving you a word bank, fill in the blank, to try to use the words and sentences, and these sentences here. Right now, these are multiple choice. So this is like the kind of thing that you would have in an English textbook, like in the university or something. You might study some vocabulary, read a paragraph to practice, do some exercises and activities. And then once it finishes creating these for you, it should give you an answer key. If not, ask it to provide an answer key so that you can check your responses. Now, there are two more prompts that I want to show you that are really helpful. One is both of these prompts are about comparing different levels of English or different kinds of English so that you can get an idea of how to say the same thing in different ways. It's really helpful for these more advanced kind of activities. So you can ask the AI, you can say, give me a C2 version of the first paragraph from the article you wrote. Put it side by side for comparison to the original. So here what we want is we want ChatGPT to lay out side by side a B2 version of the first paragraph from the article and a C2 version. And this way you can go sentence by sentence and you can compare the vocabulary use, how the sentences are organized. So in the B2 version, the paragraph begins with this sentence: India is a fascinating country with diverse landscapes, cultures, and traditions. The C2 version: India is an enthralling tapestry of landscapes, cultures, and traditions, each offering a unique sensory experience. Yeah, so again, good for developing your vocabulary, getting different ways to say the same thing. This is going to give you a summary down here of kind of what are the language upgrades that are happening between B2 and C1. This is the other prompt that you can use. It's the last prompt I want to share with you that is also around doing this comparison thing. But this time you can compare between registers of language. Register is formality, like how casual versus how academic or formal the language is. So you can do a side-by-side of two versions. You can say, now give me a side-by-side comparison of the original B2 with a much more casual, informal register with a version that is much more casual and informal. And register. There we go. So you don't have to have the prompt exact word for word. You just need to have these essential pieces like your level, if casual or informal, and the register, side-by-side comparison. These phrases are going to be the key phrases here. So in the original B2 version, India is fascinating with diverse landscapes, cultures, and traditions. In the casual, informal version, India is huge, crazy, and full of awesome places to explore, something you might hear in conversation. So this is another way that you can kind of get a sense for, like you're writing an email and you want the email to feel more casual or more formal. You can just ask ChatGPT to compare your copy and paste it and put it here, and compare it between different registers, more formal or less formal, to get an idea of how to say the same thing in different ways to play with it. So just to review, just to summarize, the first prompt that I'm showing you here is about how to make sure that the AI writes material for you that is at the right level. It's not too easy, it's not too difficult. So you want to give it some information about your English level. Then the length of what you're looking for, what is it you're asking for? I like to ask for articles. And then the topic, you can choose the topic. It can be over whatever you want that sparks your interest. The next prompt is around creating a vocabulary list from that. The words that are most likely to be new for you include definitions, example sentences, parts of speech, pronunciation, and then you'll be able to get a vocabulary list like this. Then make a vocabulary practice activity that is fill in the blank and multiple choice. That's how you're going to get some of these practice activities here. And then finally, compare side-by-side versions at different levels or different formalities. So again, I have a ton of stuff like this in my book, Big World Legends, your practical guide to clear and confident professional English. It's free. The link is under this video here. So again, thanks for checking this video out. I hope it was really helpful, and I hope that you found new ways to use AI to create material and to get new, fresh energy into your English practice. So once again, thanks for checking this out, and I will see you again soon in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you found this to be helpful, so I know to make more videos like this for you in the future. And once again, talk to you soon. Ciao.